Hi everyone, today we are exploring the dev UI with the IBM Enterprise build of Quarkus. Think of this as your application file there. Instead of digging through the property files or even terminal logs, the dev UI gives you a real-time visual map of your extensions, workspace, configuration, and even integrate UI with the other tools. I'm going to showcase how to manage your cloud-native Java application stack from your browser directly. Let's dive into the demo. In order to run this demo, I'm going to use the Quarkus demo sandbox at IBM Tech Zone. I already created my virtual machine, the sandbox Quarkus demo. And as you see, this is my Quarkus demo sandbox detail page, which allows me to access the VDI environment. So here's my VDI environment. I already pulled down Quarkus project from Quarkus application computer, which is code.quarkus.ibm.com. Exactly same application project, which I showcased the live coding demo. Just take a look at that, a few things, what code looks like. Hello and a hello name. As you can see, the Quarkus demo already started to provide the live coding capability. So when you press D from that terminal where the Quarkus demo is running, or you can go to open the browser and the localhost 8080 and slash q slash dev UI. So whatever works for you. It brings the Quarkus dev UI, as you can see, and you can see a bunch of the menu on the left side: extension, configuration, workspace, endpoint, continuous testing, dev services, and build metrics and README, and so on. Let me go a little bit, just a few things of what that looks like and how it works. And when I go to like a README file, this actually explains how to start Quarkus application as a demo, how to build, how to package it, like a native compilation. I want to just maybe comment line. You don't remember anything. Well, memorize it. You can just go to README file. So when you go to dependency menu, you will see complex diagram and graph, which allows a senior developer or application architect try to understand what kind of library and the relationship, among other the Java frameworks and underneath the library kind of stuff. And then when you go to the build metrics, this is actually showing what happened when you build application literally. And DevOps continuity, so we're going to touch on that capability in other series of demo. And when you go to endpoint, it actually shows what kind of endpoint you already implement on the application side, as you mentioned earlier. And we have a two REST API, hello and hello dash slash name. And extension, this is visualize your own library extension on your project. For example, this is a Maven project. You can see the REST API and X immediately because the Quarkus actually builds on React engine. If I click on one of the REST endpoint, hello name endpoint, you can see hello Dan. And one of the interesting part, as mentioned earlier, Quarkus actually built on React engine like a X and native, but that does not mean you can always need to implement reactive application. You can actually implement non-reactive or even virtual thread application on the same class with different methods. Well, here's a great observation for developer. When they develop reactive application, and then over even non-reactive application, how to verify if that application perform and the concurrency or execute it right away. So Quarkus Dev UI actually provide endpoint score. When you click on endpoint score at the top, and you will see there are three different measurements. One is how to write this method and how to consume the resources, how to execute this method like REST API based on the reactive pattern. So this application expected just like a reactive application by default. In case you don't want to develop reactive application and you just notify, okay, I got some problem here, like some 0% execution, which is maybe bad practice when you develop this application. It doesn't matter, the functionality is still working. Like I can just return hello Daniel, which is still functionality working. But in the performance standpoint, you find out this potential issue at the very beginning using that UI. In order to fix that problem, pretty much easier. So let's go back to our IDE, and then this is a hello method. So basically, Quarkus identify how to treat method as reactive or non-reactive. So the first thing is a return type. String is non-reactive stuff. If you return like a muni, multi, like a more string return type, and the Quarkus automatically try to execute this method as a reactive application. But you didn't return multi and uni like a string format, which is like a more like a primitive way, like a string, list, and collection, and so on. So there's a very simple way you can actually switch it to like a React way, like a change this string type to like a uni, or you can obviously set declarative API, which is an annotation, for example, non-blocking. And then this one annotation makes your Java method as a React application right away. Okay, and then I just save this file and then go back to WI and load it. Now you can see that the execution 100%. So all measurement is fine, which means that you probably not have any potential issue when you deploy this application production with the highest scalability, like 1,000 container or something like that. And then the other method still same matter, like a reactive stuff. And rather than go back to IDE, we can actually change this source code from WI, which is we can go to workspace menu and you will see all source code here. We can quickly change it from here. Rather than going back to our IDE, just copy non-blocking annotation and then paste it in the on top of the, another method here, hello name, and then just save a file on the web browser, and then go back to endpoint score, and then now you can see second method is 100% that is spot for 3 measurements. That's it. If you want to learn more about IBM Enterprise Builder Quarkus and find more resources here, thanks for watching.